she say she want hood nigga. I keep the perk by the pound. The trunk stay bumped and y'all know we run the town. Hood nigga. And I keep a bad bitch around. Thick bitch, long hair, yellow, white, red, brown. Hood nigga. And my Chevy sitting on 24s. Flats look like flapjack. Pancake, you ain't no hood nigga. I'ma play the game how it go. They can take me out the hood, but I'ma keep it hood, folks. I'm on that hood good, and alcohol. I got some down bitches I can't call. What's that? What's that? I don't know what I would do without y'all. I'm a ball till the day I fall. Yeah, long as my bitches love me. Yeah. I can give a darn about no hate as long as my bitches love me. I can give a darn about no hate as long as these bitches love me. I can give a darn about no hate as long as these bitches love me. I'm on that. Let me tell you about this country shit. Country shit. Let me tell you about this country shit. Country shit. Let me tell you about this country shit. Country shit. Let me tell you about this country shit. Country shit. Country shit. Let me tell you about this super fly dirt coast muddy water. Shorty, pop that pussy if you wanna. Let me tell you about this old school pouring lean, candy yams and collard greens, pocket full of stones, riding clean.
Well, I'm just one parlay away from a new house, new car. I'm just one parlay away. Trust I'ma take us far. I'm just one parlay away. One parlay away. One parlay away. Oh, I took the Chiefs on over, took my homes on yards. Everything is going good so far. So far. Lakers beating the Knicks. Spread is only 6. 2 minutes left in the game, baby. I'm about to hit. Ow!
I need out, yeah, I need out. Blood pressure higher than a body count. Tomorrow she has to go. She's a mama. I think I married a hoe. Married a hoe. I said, mama, I think I married a hoe. I made a mistake, mama. No, oh no. I want you. A man can't do nothing for you. All these hoes ain't loyal. Ain't loyal. All these hoes ain't loyal. Yeah. These hoes ain't loyal. Yeah. These hoes ain't loyal. 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 These hoes ain't loyal. When a rich brother wants you and your man can't do nothing.
tell me about me. Stop telling 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 me about me. I don't need you to tell me about me.
Right, folks, we made it. Let me get my oldest real quick. Like, we made it. We made it. Got to Friday, man. Got to Friday. And this is the day I wanted to get to because this is the show I wanted to do. Look. Shout out to my boy Hurricane up in the building. Said we in here jamming. He said his favorite one is that super hand. I'll play that one next time 5-minute countdown. Cause I ain't played that one in a minute, y'all. I ain't played that one. Some of y'all might not even know what he talking about. I play that one again. Fucking look, man, welcome back, y'all, to another episode. Let's talk with J. Rush Jordan, man. I am your host. Let's talk with JVJ. Fucking look, do your boy a favor on the way in, because we always trying to grow around here. We can't stop growing. We got to keep growing, always grow. So hit that like, subscribe, share, turn the notifications on, y'all. Make sure you click all if you haven't did that yet, man. That helps out a lot, because YouTube be always be on some funny shit. Now, tonight for the Friday night show, look, man, normally I don't like to share shit on the channel pretty much that pertains to what I personally do in my life most of the time. But I think this is one of the ones I need to share, because I listen to these every morning, at least one a day. I've been trying to do that for the last couple weeks. And it's been helping me be better than the person I was the day before. And I want to share some of these shits with y'all today. Yeah, man. Shout out to Alan Watts Daily Wisdom channel on YouTube. Y'all go check him out. Y'all will see what I'm talking about, man. Y'all will see what I'm talking about once we start getting into it, man. And see, Hurricane said he just got done doing a moment ago. Okay, I got you. I feel you on that shit, man. Yeah, look, man, this shit didn't help me a lot. And I think it might touch somebody and help them. Fucking hopefully it do something for you. But look, the first one that we're gonna go through is never defend yourself, man. Never defend yourself. And I've been trying to get really good with that. And you'll see why the title of it is what it is. And it's probably gonna open your eyes to some shit that you might possibly be doing, and then understanding the situations between people, how people deal with each other. But look, man, as usual, get your popcorn, get your weed, get whatever you need. So if we about to get into it, I gotta turn my music off because he actually got music that play in the back of his shit, and I like the sound of that shit. So we're gonna roll with that shit. But either way though, man, shout out to Sir Alan, and we about to get into this shit. Let me speed this up, probably about 1:15. Yeah, that still sounds normal. All right, y'all, here we go, y'all. Let's go and get into this first one, man. Let's see what we got.
There's a world of difference between appropriate action and desperate defense. When you truly understand that there is no separate self to protect, you become like water. Water doesn't argue with the rocks in its path. It doesn't build walls against the wind. It simply flows around, over, and through whatever it encounters. And in doing so, it eventually shapes everything it touches. Consider the pahas. Every time you defend yourself, you are actually confirming that there is something to defend. You are reinforcing the illusion of separation, the belief that you are a fragile ego that can be damaged by words, by opinions, by the thoughts of others. But what if you simply didn't take the bait? What if, when someone criticized you, you listened with genuine curiosity instead of immediate defensiveness? What if you could hear their words, not as an attack on your precious identity, but as information, as feedback, as another wave expressing itself in the vast ocean of consciousness? I once knew a woman who spent her entire life explaining herself to others.
Before he go into that part, giving the story, like, how many of us do that every day? How many can say they're guilty of this? Either being the one that's responding, automatically always thinking that you got to defend yourself. But actually, I'll really just go with that one. How many of y'all done did that? I know I have. And I've been trying to get a lot better with that shit. When people be coming at me with some shit like that, I be using this shit. I'm like, why you think that? Like, I be on that fuck shit. I be fucking with the motherfuckers in the head. Like, why you think that? Instead of being like, bitch, I don't do that shit. Why you think that? Well, listen to him. This shit, look, it get deep around here. It's gonna get deep around here tonight.
Consciousness. I once knew a woman who spent her entire life explaining herself to others. Every decision she made, every choice, every preference had to be justified, defended, made acceptable to the invisible jury she carried in her head. Exhausted herself trying to prove that she was good enough, smart enough, worthy enough. And then one day, something shifted. She realized that she had been putting herself on trial for crimes that existed only in her imagination. Eisiger how exhausted herself. She had been defending herself against accusations that no one was actually making. The moment she stopped defending, something extraordinary happened. People stopped attacking, not because they had changed, but because there was suddenly nothing to attack, as she had become like the sky, vast and open, untroubled by the weather that moved through it. You see, most of what we call attack is actually just other people expressing their own confusion, their own fear, their own desperate need to be right about something in a world that often makes no sense at all. When someone criticizes you, they're usually telling you more about themselves than they are about you. The man who calls you lazy is often terrified of his own capacity for stillness. The woman who accuses you of being selfish is usually struggling with guilt about her own needs. The person who attacks your choices is frequently questioning their own. But when you take these projections personally, when you defend against them, you become entangled in their confusion. You enter into a dance of mutual delusion, where both of you forget that you are playing roles in a cosmic drama. What would happen if you simply stepped out of that dance? What if you refused to play the game of attack and defense? This doesn't mean becoming indifferent or cold. It means recognizing that true strength comes not from building walls, but from having no walls to maintain. True security comes not from defending a position, but from having no fixed position to defend. Think about this paradox. The more desperately you try to protect your image, your reputation, your sense of self, the more fragile and vulnerable you become. You're like someone trying to carry water in a basket. The harder you try to hold it, the more it slips through your fingers. But when you stop grasping, when you stop trying to control how others see you, you discover something remarkable. You are already complete. You are always complete. The approval you are seeking, the validation you are chasing, the respect you are demanding, none of it could add anything to what you already are. There's an old story about a master who was falsely accused of...
Wouldn't change a damn thing. I be seeing people do that shit all the time. And I know I used to do it back in the day. That's one of the ones I got past real fucking quick. But trying to live up to an expectation of what the fuck you already are. Like you trying to convince everybody you are who you are. Like, bitch, I'm me. It's like that's all it is. I ain't gotta prove to you that I'm me. You ain't gotta like it, but I'm me. I'm where I'm at. Like, the fuck I gotta convince you of something for? And a lot of people do that all the time. Always defending themselves, no matter what.
Fathering a child in the village. The townspeople came to him with their outrage, their condemnation, their demands for explanation. The master simply said, "Is that so?" and took the child to raise as his own. Years later, the real father was discovered, and the same townspeople came back with their apologies, their praise for his patience, their admiration for his character. And again the master simply said, "Is that so?" and returned the child to its true parents. Do you see what he was doing? He wasn't defending himself when attacked, and he wasn't pumping himself up when praised. Not because you don't care, but because what you truly are cannot be touched by words, by opinions, by the temporary storms that blow through human consciousness. But here's where it gets really interesting. When you stop defending yourself, you also stop attacking others, because you realize that there is no other to attack. The person who annoys you, who challenges you, who seems to oppose you, is simply another wave in the same ocean, another expression of the same underlying reality.
I don't know why my internet's doing this funny shit. It always want to happen when we doing a show that I actually want to do. Every fucking time. Either way, though, I think it caught back up.
The mystics have always known this. They speak of the fundamental unity that underlies all apparent diversity. They see through the game of separation the illusion of isolated egos battling each other for supremacy. When you truly see this, when you really get it in your bones, something wonderful happens. You can engage fully with life without being at war with it. You can play your part in the human drama without taking it so seriously that you lose your sense of humor about the whole thing. You become like an actor who knows he's on stage. He can play the role of the hero or the villain with complete commitment, but he doesn't go home at night believing he actually is that character. Let's now start out. He knows it's a performance, a dance, a game of consciousness exploring itself through countless forms. Now you might ask, but what about justice? What about standing up for what's right? If I never defend myself, won't people walk all over me? Won't evil triumph? Now, these are good questions, and they point to an important distinction. There's a difference between personal defense and appropriate response. There's a difference between protecting an ego and protecting what genuinely needs protection. When you stop defending yourself, you don't become passive, you become responsive. You respond to situations from clarity rather than reactivity, from wisdom rather than wounded pride. If someone is spreading lies about you, you might choose to correct the record, not because your precious reputation is under threat, but because truth serves the whole situation better than falsehood. If someone is behaving in ways that harm others, you might choose to take action, not because they have offended your personal sense of right and wrong, but because the welfare of the community calls for a response. But you do these things without the emotional charge of personal defense. You act from the place of seeing what the situation needs, rather than what your ego demands. This is the difference between being a warrior and being a reactor. The warrior acts from center, from clarity, from connection to the whole. The reactor acts from fear, from separation, from the desperate need to protect a self that was never actually under threat. Let me share something with you that might sound radical. Most of the things
Kind of like what's going on in America right now. We got a lot of people freaking out, acting like somebody's attacking them. Ain't nobody attacking y'all. But they going out, they going crazy, bro. They snapping. We see it every goddamn day. Right, bro? We see it every day. These people snapping. Y'all know the people I'm talking about. Y'all don't know? Go back and watch some other shows. Because I done told you who them people is. They crashing out right now, thinking that they under attack. Not under attack, bro. Not under attack. Now, some of y'all might actually be under attack. Talking about for anybody in their regular day life. You might have instances where you actually under attack, but them folks I'm talking about, they ain't under attack. Let's keep going though, man. He preaching, man.
you think you need to defend yourself against are not actually happening. They're happening in your imagination, in the stories you tell yourself about what other people think, about what their words mean, about what their actions say about you. You continue, I Sparta. You create an entire drama in your head where you are the victim and they are the villain, and then you exhaust yourself defending against this imaginary attack. Meanwhile, the other person might not even be thinking about you at all. They might just be having a bad day, or expressing their own confusion, or simply being human in all the messy, imperfect ways that humans are. But even when someone is actually criticizing you, even when they're genuinely trying to hurt or diminish you, your refusal to defend doesn't make their attack more powerful, it makes it powerless. Think about it. If you throw a ball at a wall, it bounces back with equal force. But if you throw a ball into space, it just keeps going until it runs out of energy and dissipates. When you refuse to be the wall, when you become the space instead, the attack has nowhere to land. This is not weakness. This is the ultimate strength. It's the strength of the sky that is never wounded by the storms that pass through it. It's the strength of the ocean that is never diminished by the waves that rise and fall on its surface. And here's the beautiful thing. When you stop defending yourself, you give others permission to stop attacking. When you refuse to play the game of combat, you create space for genuine communication, for real understanding, for the kind of connection that's impossible when everyone is busy protecting their positions. I remember watching two friends argue once. One was defending his political views, the other was attacking them. Back and forth they went, each one building higher walls, each one more convinced of their own righteousness. Neither was actually listening to the other. They were just waiting for their turn to reload their weapons. But what if one of them had simply said, you know, I hear that you see things differently than I do. Help me understand your perspective. What if instead of defending their position, they had become curious about the other's position? The entire dynamic would have shifted. Instead of enemies, they would have become fellow travelers, comparing notes about the landscape of life. This is what happens when you stop defending yourself. You continue by the pointer. You create space for real dialogue, for genuine meeting, for the kind of exchange that actually changes people instead of just reinforcing their existing positions. But the deepest reason to never defend yourself has nothing to do with tactics or strategy or getting better results in your relationships. The deepest reason is that defense is based on a fundamental misunderstanding of what you are. You are not a thing that can be threatened. You are not an object that can be damaged. You are the awareness in which all experiences arise and pass away. You are the consciousness that observes all thoughts, all feelings, all sensations without being touched by any of them. When someone criticizes you, when they attack your character or question your motives, They are interacting with their idea of you, their mental image of who they think you are. But that image is not you. It's just a thought in their mind, no more real or threatening than a shadow on the wall.
Yeah, I need to get that clip where that girl say, "You don't know me." That's why I need to get that clip where they say, "You don't know me." The sad part, a lot of people don't. They got an idea about you, but they don't really know you.
Real you, the awareness that is reading these words right now, the consciousness that has remained constant through all the changes of your life, that you cannot be defended because it cannot be attacked. It is like space itself, vast and open and untouchable. This is what the sages mean when they speak of the how with a capital S. Not the small self of personal history and individual preferences, but the large press that is identical with the source of all existence. When you realize that this is what you truly are, the need for defense simply evaporates. You see, we defend ourselves because we believe we are separate, isolated entities that must protect ourselves against a hostile world. But this separation is an illusion, a trick of consciousness that allows the universe to play hide and seek with itself. In reality, there is only one self appearing as many. There is only one consciousness expressing itself through all the apparently separate beings. When you attack another, you are attacking yourself. When another attacks you, they are attacking themselves. This is why defense is ultimately futile. It's like the right hand trying to protect itself from the left hand. It's like one wave trying to defend itself against another wave, forgetting that they are both the same ocean. When this understanding dawns, when you really see that there is no other, that everything and everyone is a disguise worn by the one self, then defense becomes not only unnecessary, but impossible. How can you defend against yourself? How can you protect the ocean from the ocean? And so we come to the paradox that lies at the heart of spiritual wisdom. The way to be truly invulnerable is to have nothing to protect. The way to be truly strong is to offer no resistance. The way to be truly free is to defend nothing. And life, this doesn't make you a pushover. It makes you like water, which is the softest thing in the world, yet can wear away the hardest stone. It makes you like space, which offers no resistance to anything, yet is never damaged by anything. When you live this way, when you move through the world without the constant need to defend and justify and explain yourself, people notice something different about you. There's a quality of ease, of freedom, of unshakable peace that draws them like flowers turning toward the sun. You become a sanctuary for others, a place where they can lay down their own weapons, their own defenses, their own exhausting need to prove themselves. This is the gift you give to the world when you stop defending yourself. You demonstrate that it's possible to live without armor, to walk through life with an open heart, to be fully human without being constantly at war with other humans. And in the end, this is what we all long for, isn't it? To be accepted, to be seen, to be loved. Not for our achievements or our arguments, but for what we are beneath all the roles and masks and protective layers. When you stop defending yourself, you give yourself this gift. You stop requiring others to validate you. Before you can be at peace with yourself, you stop making your happiness dependent on winning arguments or changing minds or getting approval. You discover that you are already what you were seeking. You are already acceptable, already worthy, already complete. Not because of anything you've done or achieved, but because of what you are at the deepest level of your being. And from this place of completeness, from this recognition of your true nature, you can engage with life fully and freely. You can speak your truth without needing others to accept it. You can act according to your values without needing others to approve. You can be yourself without needing others to understand. Life, this is the ultimate freedom, not the freedom to do whatever you want, but the freedom to be what you are without apology, without defense, without the constant anxiety of whether you're measuring up to some imaginary standard. So the next time someone criticizes you, the next time you feel that familiar urge to defend and explain and justify, remember this: you are not what they think of you. You are not even what you think of you. You are the vast awareness in which all these thoughts and opinions arise and pass away like clouds in an endless sky. Rest in that awareness. Be that sky. Let the weather of human drama move through you without being disturbed by it, and discover for yourself the profound peace that comes when there is nothing left to defend.
First one, y'all, we got it in here. Is that Jeremy? Is that Jeremy? Let me see. That's Jeremy, y'all. Jeremy done joined the party, y'all. I'm gonna let Jeremy up.
How'd you guess?
I saw your forehead.
Oh, okay.
I was like, I know that head anywhere. How you doing, man? You doing
I'm
all
good,
right,
man.
man? That's what I'm
Well,
talking about.
I'm lying. I'm lying. I'm not doing that great, but I'll lie and say I'm doing good, just for to be polite.
Ah, shit. Well, whatever's going on, hope it get better for you, man. And
Cheers, mate.
what the hell? Are you laying down?
Yeah, bro.
I
Yeah.
usually only talk to girls laying down, but I'll make an exception tonight. Make an exception tonight. Fucking Crystal said, and they destroyed them all. Hurricane. Oh yeah, look, y'all was getting it up in the comment section. But like for real, for the first one, man, I ain't even gonna hold you, man. Like for real. A lot of people need to get to that point and really truly understand that. Before I get deep into it though, we got Hurricane up in the building, man. What it do, sir?
Was
Soldier
good.
on deck.
Hurricane.
Ain't going let them know.
You know, Hurricane JW2 on YouTube and on Facebook, home of the HHN Special Report, Detroit After Dark, and a Fuck the Government podcast. And I got a shitload of revolutionary music. So, holla.
He up in
Was
here.
good.
Will the revolutionary music be televised?
Well, it's on YouTube, so I guess that's televised on the little small black mirror we got.
There you go. Look, hey, YouTube, second most watched platform. Actually, it's the most. It's the second most used platform in the world because I think Google is number one, and then it's YouTube. I think I gotta look that shit up again, but I think YouTube number two.
YouTube is also bullshit. It was like TikTok is getting all these fucking views. We want to do shorts too, fucking bastards.
Hey, look, you know when I noticed that shift, I jumped on doing them hoes too. Yeah, man. They pushing them bitches like crazy. They got to compete with TikTok. I saw it as soon as I seen that turn. I was like, "Yep, let's go ahead and go full steam ahead, bro. Let's go ahead and eat them up on this shit." But fucking look, man. To the first one, man. A lot of people like. I hope you got something from that about learning how like you get in certain situations, bro. Stop defending yourself against these people, man. Especially if you know you where you need to be, or you happy with where you are, bro. Stop defending yourself against people because people have ideas about you all the time. If that ain't you, what the fuck are you over there defending for? I've been dodging a lot of arguments
unless
lately.
You say
man.
I did something for some kids, unless you said I fucked with some kids, I gotta defend myself on that.
Oh look, and
I
that's
gotta
why I
defend
like
myself.
that. Yeah. And that's why I like in the video where he actually broke that part down because there are moments where you gonna have to defend yourself. You might have to get out there and do something, say something to somebody. But shit, in the grand scheme of things, yeah, because somebody accused you of something like that. Oh, hell to the nah, nigga. That shit ain't happening. Nope. Shit, prove it. How about that shit? But yeah, some shit, man. Look, I hope somebody got something from that one. But hey, I ain't done because I got a couple of them that I want to go through tonight.
I watch Alan Watts daily, bro. And plus, I think I did that motherfucker Alan Watts at some early night and maybe like 2 or 3 nights ago, like late at night. Or my mama like 2, 3 in the morning. You know what I'm saying?
God damn. Like fucking
yeah, I call it therapy. You know, like I thought I was doing it just to let everybody hear it. But like on some real shit, dog, I needed therapy that night, man. I needed a motherfucker hear this shit, man.
Bro, like no bullshit, man. Like for the last like probably like 3-4 weeks, every day, at least during the week, like on the way to work, I wake up in the morning, I got a routine. I hit my work. I hit my I talk to my phone. So my phone tell me about my day and all that shit, what I got on the schedule, then it tell me all the news around the world and shit. And then right after that, while I'm still in the truck, turn this motherfucker on, get me one on me in. Lock in before I get into work. They're lock in. I just be like, look, dude, I just float through that bitch. I float through that bitch now. I'm like, hey, this shit don't bother me. And you get a lot of lessons. So like in this one right here, the more you let go, the more life gives you. So I'm saying that one more time for the people in the back that can't fucking hear. The next one's gonna be the more you go, the more you let go, the more you get out of life. All right. Watch him break this shit down. And it might help some of y'all. It might help some of y'all. Jeremy, you said you got some shit going on right now. This might help you too, man. Check this shit out right here. But hold up, Jeremy, go ahead and say something. Look like you wanted to say something before I started.
No, I was just gonna agree with you. So good.
All right, bet. Here we go, y'all. Check this out. Just listen, man. For real. Listen, y'all. Take this shit in.
You know, there's something absolutely fascinating about the way we humans approach life. We walk around with our hands in tight fists, clutching at everything we can get our fingers on. Money, relationships, plans, ideas about who we should be, what we should achieve, how things ought to turn out. And then we wonder why we feel so tired, so anxious, so perpetually dissatisfied. It's rather like trying to carry water in your cupped hands. The tighter you squeeze, the faster it slips through your fingers. But cup your hands gently, and the water rests there, cool and refreshing. This morning I want to talk to you about one of the most liberating discoveries you can make in this lifetime. That the more you let go, the more life gives you. Not less, more. And I don't mean this as some sort of mystical promise or spiritual bargaining chip. I mean it as a practical, observable fact about how existence actually works. But first, let's be clear about what we mean by letting go, because there's a tremendous misunderstanding about this.
And I'm gonna give y'all a heads up what he about to get into. Have you ever heard of when you're not looking for love, that's when you find it?
Yep, I heard that. Oh yeah, and another thing. Remember yesterday you said you're gonna be on some spiritual shit. I was like, man, you about to be on some Alan Watson, Earl Nightingale shit. I was right.
Yeah, look, we can spoil this shit, man. I don't want nobody going and looking up nothing before I goddamn get to it and shit. But yes, you called it.
But that was a guess though. How did I know?
Hey, look,
That's the real
like-minded, look, like-minded people. Like-minded motherfucking people.
That's right.
People gotta lock in. But yo, check it, man. Look, I'm just giving y'all a little heads up. Like when you're not looking for love, he about to break it down on a better scale and all that shit. Cause I don't talk like no philosopher or nothing like that. Now I can't talk that goddamn slow. I gotta talk fast. Them words be coming in my head. I gotta get them motherfuckers out. But just follow him. Just follow him. I'm just trying to give y'all a little pointer so y'all know which direction we kind of got to go in.
People think letting go means becoming passive, indifferent, or irresponsible. That if you let go, you'll lose your ambition, your care for others, your ability to get things done. This is nonsense. Complete nonsense. Letting go is not about dropping out of life, it's about dropping into life. It's the difference between swimming upstream, against the current, exhausting yourself in the struggle, and learning to move with the water, using its power to carry you forward. Think about a master musician. When a violinist plays, are their fingers gripping the bow with desperate intensity? Of course not. Their grip is firm enough to control the bow, but relaxed enough to let the music flow. If they held too tightly, the music would sound forced, mechanical. If they held too loosely, there would be no music at all. There's a perfect middle way, a dynamic balance between holding on and letting go. This is exactly how we need to approach life, not with the death grip of someone terrified of losing control, but with the confident relaxation of someone who understands that control was always an illusion anyway. You see, we live under this tremendous delusion that we're supposed to be the directors of the cosmic play. That if we just plan hard enough, worry sufficiently, control tightly enough, we can make everything turn out according to our wishes. But life has other ideas. Life is like a great river, and we are like leaves floating on its surface. We can choose how we float, but we cannot choose where the river goes. The person who hasn't learned to let go spends their entire existence fighting the river. They paddle frantically, trying to go upstream, wearing themselves out in a battle they can never win. The person who has learned the art of letting go discovers something marvelous. They find...
And look, I'm trying to tell you, you can see it in life, the difference between people every day. When people who keep fighting, they fighting this bitch. It's like, look, and I'm just going on the basic of like, at least just, be able to just live in this fucked up ass society and all that voodoo shit. A lot of people fight conforming to the shit. They fight it. And you see them, they be like 60, 50 years old. Motherfucker ain't never really had no real job, been in the jail, fucking wherever the fuck, been sucking dick around alleys for the last, I don't know. You know what I'm talking about.
Play that motherfucker Let It Go clip one time. Play that Let It Go clip one time.
Yeah, one time, I'm like, shit, man, y'all just need to go ahead and do that one time for your boy. Where she at? Where my girl at? Just one time, just let it go. But we see it all the time. That's just one angle where I kind of see it. It's like, look, it makes perfect sense. There's so many people that fight this shit, but he's really telling you, like, bro. Matter of fact, don't let me tell you what he's telling you. Let him fucking say.
And they can navigate the currents. They can choose which branch of the river to follow. They can even influence the direction of their flow. But they do it by working with the water, not against it. Let me tell you a story that illustrates this perfectly. There once was a man who owned a beautiful garden. He spent every waking moment tending it, worrying about it, trying to control every aspect of its growth. He would stand over his plants, demanding that they grow faster, straighter, more beautiful. He would rage at the weather when it didn't cooperate. He would lie awake at night, anxious about pests and diseases and all the things that might go wrong. And you know what happened? His garden was mediocre at best. The plants seemed stunted, stressed, lacking the natural vitality that makes a garden truly magnificent. Then one day, exhausted by years of this struggle, he simply gave up. Not in the sense of abandoning the garden, but in the sense of surrendering his need to control every detail. He continued to plant, to water, to weed, but he did it with a different quality of attention. He did his work, and then stepped back. He allowed the garden to be itself. The result was magical. The plants began to flourish in ways he had never seen. The garden developed its own personality, its own rhythm, its own unique beauty. By letting go of his need to control, he had given the garden the space it needed to become everything it could be. This is exactly what happens in our lives. The more we release our grip on how things should be, the more space we create for things to be wonderful in ways we never could have imagined. But here's where it gets really interesting. Most of us are terrified of letting go because we think it means we'll lose everything. We think that if we're not constantly vigilant, constantly striving, constantly worrying, everything will fall apart. This fear is based on a fundamental misunderstanding about the nature of reality. You are not separate from the universe. You are not a small, isolated being struggling to survive in a hostile world. You are the universe itself, expressing itself as you in this particular time and place. When you truly understand this, not just intellectually, but in your bones, the fear of letting go begins to dissolve. Think about your heartbeat. Do you have to remember to make your heart beat? Do you lie in bed at night, consciously controlling the rhythm? Of course not. Your heart beats by itself, perfectly, efficiently, without any effort from your conscious mind. This is not because you're careless or irresponsible. It's because your heart is part of a vast intelligence that knows exactly what it's doing. In the same way, your life is part of this same vast intelligence. When you let go, you're not abandoning control to chaos. You're allowing the deeper wisdom of existence to work through you. Here's something that will amaze you. The things you're most afraid of losing by letting go are often the very things that are holding you back from receiving what life really wants to give you. That job you're hanging on to out of fear, even
That girlfriend that you had that you think you just so in love, motherfucker.
though it makes you miserable. By letting go of your fear of insecurity, you open yourself to work that actually fulfills you. Those plans you've made about how your life should unfold, by releasing your attachment to them, you allow life to surprise you with possibilities far more wonderful than anything you could have planned. This doesn't mean you stop making plans. It doesn't mean you become passive about your relationships or your work. It means you hold your plans lightly, like a bird resting in your palm, firm enough that it feels secure, gentle enough that it can fly away when it's time. The Chinese have a beautiful concept called Wu Wei, which is often translated as non-action or effortless action. It doesn't mean doing nothing. It means acting in harmony with the natural flow of things. It's the difference between forcing a door that's stuck and finding the right way to open it. The door opens either way. You see opportunities that you missed when you were focused only on your predetermined goals. You attract people and circumstances that align with your true nature, rather than fighting for things that were never right for you anyway. But perhaps most importantly, you discover peace, real peace, not the temporary relief that comes from getting what you want, but the deep, unshakable peace that comes from knowing that you're exactly where you need to be, receiving exactly what you need to receive in every moment. This doesn't mean life becomes easy, or that you never face challenges. It means you face challenges from a completely different place. Instead of being the victim of circumstances, you become a curious participant in the great dance of existence. Problems become puzzles to solve, rather than disasters to avoid. Difficulties become opportunities for growth.
And that's fucking facts right there. I can vouch for that shit right there. Shit pop up now, man. Look, I'm just trying to figure out how I'm gonna solve this shit. It ain't like it's the fucking end of the world no more. I don't think about it like that. And I know a lot of people that think that one bad thing happens gonna fuck the rest of their goddamn week up. It's over with. It's over with. They fucking insurance. Damn it, man. I be seeing that shit all the time. I'm like, God damn, bro, chill. Come up with a plan real quick, like we get through this shit. That's what we need to do. We can focus on some other shit.
Yep.
But I be saying that shit all the time.
Yep.
And I'm like, man, look, listen to what this man telling you, because I know all of y'all know somebody that be like that. You might even be that motherfucker that be like that. Listen to what the man tell you, man. Fuck.
I used to be like that, right? I used to be like that, and the problem about like the letting go part was, it was like the fear of. My fear was if I let go, I was going to become a heartless motherfucker. That was my fear. Until I came to a realization, it's like, man, nigga, like you a generally good person. Ladies say you cool, people say you cool. Live your life, but let those motherfuckers go. And then, and then I started doing my inner work and shadow work, and I just started letting go. And the motherfuckers called me like, yo, nigga, why don't come out no more? Where you been? Like, man, I ain't fucking with y'all no more.
Look, that's how I go, dude. I had to do that shit with family members. Like, look, I can love you from a distance, buddy. Like, it ain't that I got no ill will towards you, but like, bro, I just ain't. Nah, just I don't need that in my life. I'll holler at you. Let that go.
Yeah,
let that go. Fuck that. Man, look, y'all listen, man. Listen what the dude talking about, because like we all can relate to this shit, man. I think some people need to hear this shit, man.
Growth, rather than evidence that life is against you. Let me share something with you that might sound paradoxical. The more you let go, the more you actually receive. But what you receive is often different from what you thought you wanted. And that's the beauty of it. Life knows better than you
I'll
do
be over there.
what will actually make you happy. Your mind thinks it knows what you need. It has its little list. More money, a better job, a perfect relationship, recognition, security. And it spends tremendous energy trying to acquire these things. But life in its infinite wisdom knows that what you actually need is to become the kind of person who can fully receive and appreciate whatever I've done. When you let go, you stop being so focused on getting that you begin to notice what you already have. And what you already have is extraordinary. You have consciousness, the ability to experience anything at all. You have this moment with all its unique flavors and possibilities. You have breath moving through your body, keeping you alive without any effort from you. You have senses that can perceive beauty, a mind that can understand and create, a heart that can love. When you really see this, when you really feel the abundance that's already here, your relationship with wanting changes completely. You stop grasping desperately for more and start appreciating fully what is. And when you do this, something magical happens. More comes to you, but it comes as a gift rather than a...
Start making more money and start getting more bitches. Like, on some real ass shit, man. That's how it works, man. Like, for real, man. You start stressing over that shit, man. You kind of lock in. These are barriers. All that stressing is barriers against yourself. Once you fucking say fuck that shit, you can actually like really focus, bro. You've been wasting all this brain power on freaking the fuck out. Chill the fuck out, motherfucker. Like, chill the fuck out.
Something you've struggled to obtain. Think about the people you most enjoy being around. Are they the ones who are constantly needy, always grasping for your attention or approval? Or are they the ones who are comfortable with themselves, who don't seem to need anything from you, who give their attention and energy freely? Obviously, it's the second type. These people are magnetic because they've learned the secret of receiving by giving, of getting by letting go. When you stop needing so desperately, when you let go of your attachment to outcomes, you become like this. You become someone that life enjoys giving to, because you're not coming from a place of scarcity and demand. You're coming from a place of fullness and trust. Here's another way to look at it. Imagine you're at a feast, but you're so focused on hoarding the bread rolls that you don't notice the little meal being offered all around you. You leave the feast feeling hungry and dissatisfied, clutching your stale rolls, having missed the real banquet entirely. This is what most of us do with life. We focus so intently on acquiring and protecting the few things we think we need that we miss the incredible abundance that's being offered to us in every moment. The art of letting go is learning to trust that the feast is real, that there's enough for everyone, that you don't need to hoard anything because more is always being offered. But how do you actually practice this? How do you let go when every instinct screams at you to hold on tighter? Start small. The next time you're stuck in traffic, instead of raging against the delay, practice letting go. You can't control the traffic, but you can.
I had to let go today. when I was in traffic. I was about to cuss somebody out. I was like, man, fuck it, man. I'm gonna get home.
Road
bitch.
rage.
Like, dude, I'll be about to cuss all these folks. You folks can't drive in my state. But I was like, look, man, I reverted back to hearing this video. I was like, look, bro, it ain't even worth it, bro. They probably don't even know what the fuck they doing. They probably don't even know what the fuck they doing, bro. You gonna get home eventually. You get there in a second. Like, fuck it. Ain't no point. Ain't finna waste that energy on nothing. I had to revert back to listening to this shit.
Control your response to it. Breathe. Listen to music. Use the time to rest your mind. Notice how much more pleasant the experience becomes when you stop fighting what is. The next time someone criticizes you, instead of immediately defending yourself, pause. Let the criticism exist without needing to fix it or fight it right away. You might discover there's something useful in it, or you might realize it says more about them than about you. Either way, you don't need to let it disturb your peace. The next time you have a plan that doesn't work out, instead of seeing it as a failure, see it as life offering you a different path. Maybe it's a better path. Maybe it's teaching you something you need to learn. Maybe it's protecting you from something you can't see yet. Practice holding your opinions lightly. You don't have to abandon your beliefs, but you can stop being so attached to being right. When someone disagrees with you, you can be curious rather than defensive. What if they have a piece of truth that you haven't considered? What if there's room for both perspectives? Practice with your emotions. When fear arises, don't automatically try to get rid of it. Let it be there, so feel it completely. Often, when we stop fighting our emotions, they transform on their own. Fear can become excitement. Anger can become clarity. Sadness can become compassion. The more you practice these small acts of letting go, the easier it becomes to release your grip on the bigger things. You begin to develop what I call relaxed confidence. You do your best, you make your plans, you take your actions, and then you release the outcome to the larger wisdom of life. This doesn't make you passive or ineffective. Quite the opposite. When you're not wasting energy on worry and control, you have much more energy available for actual creativity and productivity. When you're not attached to one specific outcome, you can see multiple possibilities and choose the best one. When you're not defending yourself constantly, you can actually hear what life is trying to tell you. Here's something beautiful that happens when you truly learn to let go. You discover that you were never really in control anyway. That sense of control you were fighting.
Facts. I be looking at so many people that think they run this shit. Like, bitch, you ain't in control of nothing. I be laughing like, bro, yo, you really think you like motherfucker? Anything can be taken from us in 1 second, but for some reason we got so many people that walk around here like they own this bitch. Like, it's like you don't own this bitch. It could be just like that, buddy. Let that shit go. You holding yourself back.
Let it go.
Let it go, man.
Play
Look,
that
I might
all
have to play
night.
that bitch. I might have to play it again, man. Shit. Let's keep going though, man. This shit crazy, man.
So hard to maintain was always an illusion. The universe has been taking care of you all along. Your heart has been beating, your lungs have been breathing, your food has been digesting, your cuts have been healing, all without any conscious effort from you. Once you see this, once you really understand that you're being supported by an intelligence far greater than your worried mind, letting go stops feeling like falling and starts feeling like flying. The ultimate letting go is the realization that there is no separate you to let go in the first place. You are not a drop of water trying to survive in the ocean. You are the ocean, temporarily expressing itself as a drop. When you truly understand this, the fear of loss dissolves completely, because what can the ocean lose? But even if this ultimate understanding seems too abstract, you can still practice the art of letting go in very practical ways. And as you do, you'll discover something wonderful. Life becomes more fun. When you're not taking everything so seriously, when you're not desperately trying to control outcomes, you can enjoy the process. You can appreciate the surprise plot twists. You can laugh at the cosmic jokes. You become like a child playing in a garden, delighted by whatever flowers bloom, curious about what will happen next, not worried about whether the garden is growing according to some predetermined plan. And here's the final beautiful irony. The more you let go, the more you discover that you already have everything you were looking for. Not because you've acquired more things, but because you've remembered how to see the abundance that was always here. The love you were seeking was already in your capacity to love. The security you were chasing was already in your ability to meet whatever comes with presence and grace. The happiness you were pursuing was already available in your willingness to appreciate this moment, exactly as it is. So I invite you to begin today. Pick one small thing that you've been gripping too tightly. A worry, a plan, an expectation, a need to be right. And gently, like opening your hand to release a bird, let it go. Don't do it with drama or effort. Do it with the quiet confidence of someone who knows that whatever is meant to come will come, and whatever is meant to go will go. And then watch. Watch what happens when you create that space. Watch how life rushes in to fill it, often with something more beautiful than anything you could have planned. This is the great secret that the sages have whispered through the ages, that you don't have to earn love, or fight for security, or grasp for happiness. These things are your birthright. They come to you naturally when you stop blocking them with your fear and control. The more you let go, the more life gives you, not as a reward for good behavior, but as the natural result of removing the obstacles to what was always trying to flow to you anyway. So, let go and learn what it means to be truly magnificently alive. The water is waiting to support you. All you have to do is stop fighting it and learn to float.
So as
Y'all can't see that video right there. Hold up now. Wop up. It's for another day. But Hurricane, give me your thoughts on what he said, man. Because like for real, I think a lot of people do need to let go. And I've noticed the change with kind of letting shit go. Got a lot more time to do a lot more other things. Focus on a lot of other things. But now, give me your thoughts.
Yeah, it's some real shit. It's like I remember the fucking letting go phase because I was afraid of being heartless, or afraid of someone telling me that I was being heartless, and then I just started doing me, and everything just came up. Alan Watson's the shit.
Like for real, that's one thing that get me. And that's why I really don't really worry and care too much no more about what people be saying and shit. Like, and I'm trying to bring them all together because the last one I'm gonna show y'all is all gonna compound on kind of like all three similar things in a sense. It's all a process of it. But nah, man, you can't run around here stressing the fuck out. Because the sad part is I always ask people this question, and I usually get the same answer every time. You saying everything's fucked up right now. Are you in a better position now than you were 2 years ago? And most of the time when it's people that's on the come up, like they coming up, but they still hitting road bumps and shit, the answer is always yes. So I'm like, nigga, if it's better now and you went through that, what the fuck? Like, why you stress on it? Because you already been through this before. It's just another roadblock you just got to get around. Do it again. You've already proven a track record of doing it. What you stressing for? I see too many people waste too much fucking energy on shit like that. And I used to be like that too, especially when I was in the service. Fuck be stressing on shit all the goddamn time. It's like, bro, don't be stressing on that shit, man. I'm stressing on that shit, man. Shit gonna get handled when it get handled. Like, pretty much. Ain't no point in sitting around here losing your mind. You can't fix it. You gotta get to the understanding of really knowing that a lot of shit is out of your control anyways. Once something happens, like, it's really out of your control to really try to fix it most of the time. That's why I say prior planning prevents piss poor performance. You ain't got to deal with that shit. But either way, though.
And we say proper preparation prevents poor performance.
Once shit done happen, man, it's like, fuck it, man. Figure out a way to fix that shit and go on about your motherfucking business. But I think this is a problem that a lot of people actually have. Hurricane, I know me and you got we got this issue right here. I know me and you got it. But or at least I'm assuming. Because I could have got that clear. You don't know me. But this is the last one I'm gonna give y'all tonight, y'all. And really take this one in. Really think about it. Because you might be one of these people, or you might be one of the other people that he speaks about. Because he talks about two different type of people in this type of shit. And I want to see which one you think you is. But either way, though, let's go.
There's something rather peculiar that happens to certain people. They walk into a room and they feel it all. The unspoken tension between two friends. The hidden sadness behind a smile. And we've been told this is a gift, haven't we? This ability to see what others miss. But I want to suggest something quite different to you today. That this very ability, this clear seeing,
that was the one.
You watch this one?
Yeah, that was the one I covered on my live. Yeah, nigga, this one is the shit. I'm glad you made
bro.
this last. This was the shit.
Yeah, bro, this shit get deep right here. And Jordan, he dipped probably because I don't know. To be honest with you. And then Crystal said, in case no one told y'all today, I'ma say it to you. I love you. All right. We just
Thank you,
got
baby.
lurved. We just got lurved
Thank
around here.
Thank you, Crystal. That was me. That was me. That was me.
Okay, never mind. Let me step the fuck back around here. All right, y'all. Let's go on here. Let's get back into this bitch.
Be the most dangerous thing you'll ever possess. Now, I'm not speaking of danger in the ordinary sense. I'm not talking about physical harm. I'm speaking of something far more subtle and far more devastating. The danger of becoming so aware that you can no longer participate in the beautiful unconsciousness that allows most people to live their lives in relative peace. Have you ever watched people at a party? Really watched them? They're playing a game, you see. Everyone knows the rules without ever being told. You ask how someone is, they say fine. And you both pretend this is a complete answer. You compliment the host, you laugh at jokes that aren't particularly funny. You nod sympathetically at stories you've heard before. It's a kind of collective agreement to stay on the surface, to keep things pleasant, to not look too deeply. But then there's you, the one who sees through it all. You notice the wife who flinches slightly when her husband speaks. You sense the colleague who's desperately lonely, despite being surrounded by friends. You feel the anxiety rippling through the room like an invisible current. And here's where the danger begins. Because once you see these things, you cannot unsee them. And more troubling still, your very presence becomes a kind of mirror that others cannot bear to look into. Let me tell you what I mean.
I tell you what I think you mean right now before you even get into it. Like, motherfuckers don't like when you come around and you the one that will tell them the truth. They don't like that shit. They don't like that you observe shit and you can, it's like they don't like that shit. I got folks that I literally don't hang around just because the motherfucker act like they got a problem that, like, bitch, you the one who just did that shit? Like, you just mad that I said something about it? Bitch, I said it to you. You act like I'm talking behind your back. I said that shit to your face. Like, I be like, what? You mad at me? You the one that fucking up. Like, a lot of people don't like that shit. When they see that, they know you know the shit and they know you will say something to them about shit. They don't, man, look. Being observed is a problem.
Right.
I will say this, you will get isolated and people act real funny to you because they know you on some real shit. People want you to lie in their face all the time, man. And that's one thing I am not cool with. I'm not finna lie in your face. I'm not. I'll walk away from you before anything. And that's why I'm like, look, I ain't gonna tell you nothing. I'm just gonna get the fuck away from you. Like,
most of that shit was family. I had to get away from family. I'm like, man, y'all come there, I'm gonna pop y'all. I'm like, that's how bad it got. Like, you come there, I'll pop y'all. On Facebook too.
God damn, man. Look, they gonna get you for terroristic threats.
They gotta be, yeah.
Hey, look, sometimes it get like that though, man. It get like that, and it's like it's better to just get the fuck away from people. And I be having to tell my dad that shit all the fucking time. Like, when he asks me why I don't come around with certain people, I'm like, look, man, it ain't worth it for me. It ain't worth it for me. Sorry you feel bad about it, but nah, fuck that. Sometimes you got to do that shit, man. But let him keep going. Shout out to Jalen. I see Jalen Butcher in the building.
When you see clearly, when you perceive the hidden currents beneath social interaction, you're essentially calling attention to what everyone has agreed to ignore. And people don't like this. They really don't like this. Not because they're bad or stupid, but because your clarity threatens the very structure that allows them to function. Think of it this way. Society is rather like a stage play. Everyone has their part. The successful businessman, the devoted mother, the reliable friend. These are roles, you understand. Costumes we put on. And the play works beautifully, so long as everyone stays in character. But you, with your penetrating awareness, you're like an audience member who stands up in the middle of the performance and shouts, "But that's just an actor pretending." Well, you can imagine how welcome that makes you. The first danger, then, is isolation. And I don't mean the ordinary loneliness of not having enough friends. I mean something far more profound. The isolation of living in a completely different reality from everyone around you. You're speaking a language nobody else understands. You're seeing a world nobody else can see. And the terrible irony is that the more clearly you perceive, the more alone you become. I once knew
Why y'all think there's so many white people that be mad at me when they come on the channel and shit? They be mad. Hurricane, you know that they be so mad when I be talking about like the history of America and shit. You see how they get so mad? Like, look,
Yup.
I'm that motherfucker that stood up and told. I'm just like, man, that's some fake ass shit, right? Like, I'm at the wrestling match. That's some fake ass shit, and everybody like, boo, like, nigga, it is fake. Like, that's why I be having so many people be mad at me. I'm like, bro, don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me. But that's that happens a lot in society in a lot of different areas. Whether it's your family,
Yep.
you like, whether it's your family, whether it's how you are in public, whether it's at work. Like at work, you just calling out when people mess up. Like they always talking shit about shit going wrong in here, and it's like, well, shit, y'all need to get with Timmy. Oh, they're like y'all pointing at Timmy and shit. It's like, bitch, cause Timmy the one fucking up. It's like, what the fuck it is. I say this shit at my job all the time. I'm like, man, we got a lot of incompetent people that work in here. My boss be hearing that shit. Why you keep saying that? Because we got a lot of incompetent people working in here. Bitch, I drove 2.5 hours for a job that I ain't even had the material for. Why ain't y'all let me know it was at the shop? Y'all said it's down there, but now it's actually at the shop. Got to come back and get it and go back again. This incompetence going on around here, bitch. Don't get mad at I call it out. But people get mad. They don't like being told. They don't like being told when they fucked up. And then they be the motherfucking friends that be coming in trying to protect for their friend that just fucked up. Like, bitch, get out of this.
Right.
All right, T, back up. She wrong. Back up. He back up. Like what? Like what just coming, Captain saving everybody. Like, no, bitch. No, we ain't done to do that shit. And see, Jordan said facts. I can't click on it right now because that shit down to fucking one bar again. That shit doing that stupid shit. He said facts, JBJ. Crystal said, I respect an asshole who speaks the truth recklessly. Then a motherfucker that smiles to my face being fake as fuck. Yeah, I can't stand that fake ass shit.
Like smile in your face all the time when I think you're playing backstab. Backstab.
Real shit. Look, I be know some motherfuckers at my job that be on that type of shit, bro. I keep shit cordial as fuck. I always act like I'm doing something. And like when I come in that building, I'm in and I'm out. Bitch, I ain't trying to sit here and have no conversation with y'all motherfuckers. I know what you on. I know what type of time you on, baby girl. I ain't got time for it. And when I say baby girl, I'm talking about the dudes too, because all them some pussy ass dudes up in there where I work. But either way though, fucking I was hoping that bar caught up by the time I got done talking, but it obviously didn't. But we gonna try it anyways, y'all. We gonna try to keep going, man, because he ain't lying. He ain't lying about what he talking about, and we all in shit. He ain't lying.
He ain't lying. I'm coming to him like he ain't lying.
The more clearly you perceive, the more alone you become. I once knew a woman, let's call her Sarah, who had this extraordinary ability to read people. She could walk into a room and immediately sense who was genuine and who was performing, who was in pain and who was pretending to be fine, who could be trusted and who was hiding something. And you know what happened to her? She lost every close relationship she had. Not because she was cruel or judgmental, but simply because people felt exposed around her. They couldn't maintain their comfortable masks in her presence. Her friends would say things like, "You're too intense. You read too much into everything and you cry. Can't you just relax and have fun?" But she couldn't, because seeing clearly isn't something you can turn on and off like a light switch. It's like asking someone who can hear to simply ignore sound. Once you've developed this capacity for perception, it's always there, always operating, always showing you what others prefer to keep hidden. And here's the second danger. When you see the truth of a situation, when you perceive what's really happening beneath the surface, you face a terrible choice. Do you speak or stay silent? If you speak, you risk being attacked. And I mean this quite literally, though the attack is usually psychological rather than physical. You'll be called negative, overly sensitive, a troublemaker. You'll be accused of creating problems that don't exist, of reading malice into innocent situations, of being unable to just let things be. But if you stay silent, if you swallow what you see and pretend not to notice, you begin to lose contact with yourself. Because every time you ignore your own perception, every time you accept someone else's version of reality when you know it's false, you're essentially telling yourself that your experience cannot be trusted. And over time, this creates a kind of split in your being. Part of you knows the truth, but another part must pretend not to know it. This is madness of a very quiet sort. I remember years ago sitting in a meeting where everyone was congratulating themselves on how well a particular project was going. And I could see clear as day that the whole thing was about to collapse. The signs were everywhere. The forced enthusiasm, the avoidance of certain topics, the way people's eyes would slide away when difficult questions arose. But when I gently suggested that perhaps we should examine some concerning patterns, I was met with hostility. Not argument, mind you. Not reasoned disagreement. Pure defensive hostility. And this brings us to the third danger, the most insidious one. When you see clearly, and others don't want to see, they will often turn their anger on you. Not consciously, perhaps. They won't sit down and decide to make you the villain. But unconsciously, automatically, they will begin to treat you as the problem, as if your perception is creating the very difficulties you're merely observing. This is what I call the phenomenon of shooting
my real family for that shit.
I mean, look.
I'm gonna get that out the way.
No. I feel you, because the sad part, my major, the one I can always go to first, the one that always pops into my mind, well, that applies to my family too. It's like, really? It's like, well, look at me now. Motherfucking goddamn. Like, for real.
Messenger. When someone points out that the emperor has no clothes, the crowd doesn't thank them for the truth. The crowd turns on them for disturbing the comfortable fiction everyone was enjoying. Your clarity becomes a threat, and threats must be eliminated or controlled. I've watched this pattern repeat itself countless times. The person who sees clearly gets labeled. They're too negative. They're creating drama. They're unstable. They need to lighten up. They're paranoid. Notice how all these labels have one thing in common. They all suggest that the problem lies in the perceiver, not in what
They put a bullet in Martin Luther King and Malcolm X for doing exactly what the fuck he's talking about right now.
Right. Yep.
I want people to really think deep on this shit. Like, a lot of people done lost their lives in this world because they called out the bullshit that was going on in this world. Right now, he's using it in a smaller sense of just like you're at work or around your family and things of that sort. But like, dude, this literally got people killed in the political world for shit like this. Like, you got to really think how deep this shit goes, and it really, you can pull the mask off and really start seeing all of it. Like, this shit happens all over America, all over the world, from the top to the fucking bottom, in big and small forms. It's like, motherfuckers don't like when you fuck up their little fantasy that they living in. But the fucked up shit is you don't get the benefit from that fantasy. You living in the real world and you see it. They don't like that you see it. Don't call that shit out, man, bitch.
Yep, and it hurts them. Like, they call me crazy for motherfucking yelling and screaming and cursing for calling it out. And they're like, you yelling and screaming, cuss too much. I'm like, there's truth coming out of this shit. I'm tired of seeing this fucking struggle. Like, I have every right, bitch. I'm your son or your nephew or your cousin. I'm like, nigga, why the fuck do y'all still want to keep on going through this shit? And then I was like, you know what? Fuck all of y'all. Y'all come anywhere near me, I'm popping. That shit was wild.
Yeah, look, I believe that shit get deep sometimes, man. But I just want y'all to open y'all eyes to how big this shit can really get, man. Let's keep rocking.
What's being perceived. It's a brilliant defensive maneuver, really. If we can convince you that your perception is flawed, we never have to look at what you're perceiving. But here's what nobody tells you. The fourth danger is perhaps the most devastating of all. When you're constantly absorbing the emotional states and hidden truths of everyone around you, when you're perpetually picking up on what's unspoken and unfelt, you begin to lose track of what actually belongs to you. Your own feelings become mixed up with everyone else's. You walk into a room feeling perfectly fine and leave feeling inexplicably anxious or sad or angry. And you have no idea if these feelings are yours or if you've simply absorbed them from the environment like a sponge soaking up water. This is exhausting beyond measure. Imagine never quite knowing which thoughts are your own. Never being certain whether the emotion you're feeling belongs to you.
And look, this part right here about to get real deep, y'all, because this is for the people that, because I told y'all to figure out which one you was. For the people that actually observe a lot of shit, and for the people that actually fucking want to live in reality. This is for the people right now that actually observe some shit. There's going to be a negative on the side of it, and you got to get past this shit too. And this is one of the big ones that I had to learn to get past. This is one of the big ones, like real big ones. Check it out, man. Listen, y'all.
Or to the person sitting next to you. It's like trying to hear your own voice in a room full of people all talking at once. Eventually, you might forget what your voice even sounds like. I've spoken with people who describe this experience, and they often say the same thing. I feel like I'm disappearing, like there's less and less of me and more of everyone else. And this isn't poetry. This is a real psychological danger. When the boundaries between self and other become too permeable, when you're taking in too much without adequate protection, you can actually lose contact with your own center, your own identity. Now you might be thinking, well, this all sounds rather grim. Is there no hope for those who see clearly? And here's where we come to something interesting. Because the danger I'm describing is only dangerous when it's unconscious, when you don't understand what's happening to you, when you think you're going mad or that something is wrong with you. But once you understand the game, once you see that your clarity is not a flaw but a particular kind of awareness, everything changes. Not because the seeing stops, but because your relationship to it transforms. You begin to realize that you're not required to save everyone from their unconsciousness. You're not obligated to point out every hidden truth or fix every...
Hey man, what am I saying, Hurricane? Everybody ain't gonna make the boat.
Yeah, ain't gonna make the boat.
Okay, I can't save all y'all motherfuckers. Like, and really, people got to make that decision in their head when they actually are with people that observe shit. Like, bro, you gotta know when to hold them and know when to fold them.
Yeah.
Like, for real. Like, some things you need to be observant about and talk about it, and other things it's like, man, fuck that shit, man. Observe that shit ain't gonna never fuck fix it. People got to do it on their own time. Move the fuck on. Just move the fuck on. It ain't your job. And a lot of people, I know I used to do that a lot. It was always my job to fix a fucking problem. It ain't all the problems ain't mine to be fixed. Like, I ain't supposed to be with Captain Fix everything. And once I took that burden on myself, I was like, we smooth sailing now. He ain't lying.
Required to save everyone from their unconsciousness. You're not obligated to point out every hidden truth or fix every unacknowledged problem. You see, the truly dangerous thing isn't the seeing itself. It's the compulsion to do something about what you see. The belief that if you perceive a problem, you must solve it. If you sense someone's pain, you must heal it. If you notice a group's dysfunction, you must correct it. This is where the real trouble begins. Because you're essentially taking responsibility for things that aren't yours to fix. Let me give you an image. Imagine you're walking by a river, and you notice the water is muddy. You can see this clearly. Everyone else passing by seems not to notice or not to care. Now you have a choice. You can jump into the river and try to clear it with your hands, stirring it up more in your efforts, exhausting yourself in an impossible task. Or you can simply observe that the water is muddy, perhaps make a note that it might be wise to wait before drinking from it, and continue on your way. The water will clear itself when the conditions are right. Your frantic stirring won't help. In fact, it will make things worse. This is the wisdom that must accompany clear seeing. The understanding that not everything you perceive requires your intervention. But here's the paradox. Once you stop trying to fix everything you see, once you relax into simply being aware without the compulsion to change or control, your perception often becomes even clearer. And more than that, people begin to feel safer around you. Because you're no longer unconsciously demanding that they see what you see or change to accommodate your awareness. Think of it like this. When you meet someone who sees you clearly, but doesn't need you to be different, who perceives your struggles without trying to rescue you, who understands your fears without requiring you to face them on their schedule, how does that feel? It feels like freedom, doesn't it? Like you can finally breathe. This is what clear seeing can become when it's integrated properly. Not a weapon you use against others' unconsciousness, but a gift you offer through your presence. You see them completely, and in that seeing, you allow them to be exactly as they are. This doesn't mean you approve of everything or pretend problems don't exist. It means you've stopped making their unconsciousness your personal project. I want to be very clear about something. I'm not suggesting you become cold or indifferent. I'm not proposing that you stop caring about people or turn away from genuine suffering. What I'm suggesting is that there's a difference between compassionate awareness and compulsive fixing, between seeing clearly and making yourself responsible for what you see. The danger of seeing what others don't lies not in the perception itself, but in what you do with it. If you use it to separate yourself, to feel superior, to justify your isolation, then yes, it becomes dangerous. If you use it to attack others for their blindness, to shame them for not seeing, to punish them for their unconsciousness, then yes, it destroys relationships and leaves you alone. But if you can hold your clarity lightly, if you can see without grasping, perceive without controlling, understand without demanding, then your awareness becomes something entirely different. It becomes a space in which others can gradually wake up at their own pace, in their own time, without being forced or pushed or judged. Here's what I've learned after many years of watching people with this capacity for clear seeing. The ones who suffer most are not the ones who see the most. They're the ones who haven't learned to protect themselves while seeing. They're the ones who absorb everything without filtration, who take on every burden they perceive, who exhaust themselves trying to wake up a world that isn't ready to wake up. The ones who thrive, who manage to use their perception without being destroyed by it, they've learned something crucial. They've learned to be in the world but not of it. They can see clearly without being consumed by what they see. They can perceive deeply without losing themselves in others' experiences. They maintain what you might call a conscious distance, not the distance of cold withdrawal, but the distance of healthy boundaries. And how does one learn this? Well, it's
like, yeah, nigga, I deal with you Monday through Friday because we got to work together, but I don't want to see your ass on the weekend type shit. Healthy boundaries.
He dropping a long-handed spoon every day, like,
Yeah.
what?
Like, for real. It's like when we talked about the family members, I'm love you from a distance. Like, look, I don't need to be around you to fucking. This shit ain't a lot. We bring a lot of shit in, especially people that actually notice a lot of shit. We do bring in a lot of fucking problems into our life because we absorb what the fuck everybody else got going on because we see it.
Yep.
We see that shit. And like you want to do something about it because you got a good heart and shit. You want to fix it, but everybody on their own fucking time. And it ain't your job to fucking fix other people's fucking problems. That's why I be laid back. Now, if you ask me for some help and we on good terms, you ain't doing crazy shit, I got you. But it's like if it's somebody I know and I see you just be on fuck shit all the time, and like I'm probably gonna say something to you at least once. Like, man, you really want to keep doing that shit right now? It's like, man, the motherfucker be like, man, leave it for what fuck you talking about? It's like, all right, never mind, fuck it, nigga. I ain't say nothing to you. I ain't say nothing to you. Do you think, bro? Ain't no point in sitting there arguing with folks to get them to change themselves, man. They gonna change on their own fucking time. And some of them might not change. But all you can do is control what the fuck you doing. Put boundaries in between yourself so you ain't got to deal with that shit. Especially when you know you really gonna try to get up in there and be trying to fix shit for people. Like, I had to stop doing that shit.
No.
Ain't my
I love you from a
problem.
distance. For real, don't come over. If you ain't call, I like, no, I don't want to hang out. No. Leave me alone.
Dude, there's only
You
one person in
changed.
my family. There's only one person in my dad is the only person that got my phone number outside of my niece and nephew. And then fucking look, I tell people all the time, even if you ain't my family, like, look, if you don't call me and you come by my house knocking on my door, I promise you I'll be sitting right here at this computer and I will not get the fuck up and come to that
Lit
door.
my music on full bang too. I'm like, motherfucker got my number. What the fuck? Motherfucker got my
Should have
number.
called me beforehand. Should have called me. Don't show up in my shit. That's why a lot of people don't know where I live at. Like, they don't show up in my shit.
I think my uncle and my grandma and maybe my first cousin got my number and probably know where I live. Everybody else don't know shit.
Nah, I don't like that shit. And that's
Even my little brother
healthy,
know fuck that nigga.
yeah,
Fuck
that's
that.
my healthy boundary right there. You gotta have healthy boundaries, y'all. For real,
Yup.
man. And everybody can control this shit. This is one thing. That's why I've been like covering all these videos because all these things that he's talking about, all of this is within our control.
Yup.
You can control this shit. And we gonna let him keep going because he ain't done.
starts with spending time alone. Real time, not just physical solitude, but psychological solitude. Time where you're not taking in anyone else's emotions or thoughts or problems. Time where you can settle, like that muddy water we talked about, until you can see clearly which feelings are actually yours and which ones you've been carrying for others. It continues with learning to trust your perception without being controlled by it. Yes, you see that your friend's marriage is in trouble. Yes, you sense that your colleague is deeply unhappy. Yes, you feel the dysfunction in your family system. All of this may be absolutely true, but the question is not whether you see it correctly. The question is what you're going to do with this information. And sometimes, often actually, the wisest thing to do is nothing at all except hold the space for truth to eventually emerge on its own. This doesn't make you passive or uncaring. It makes you wise because you understand that people change when they're ready to change, not when you need them to change. Problems get solved when the conditions are right, not when you've decided it's time for them to be solved. And consciousness develops at its own pace, which is almost never as fast as you'd like. So here we are at the heart of it. The danger of seeing what others don't is real.
Yeah, some people slow. They just get to it late. We talked about it earlier, man. You know, we got
Sometimes
people
not at all.
Yeah,
Sometimes not at all.
Some people just don't get it ever. Yeah, that's
Yup.
crazy. That's crazy to think about it, but it's true. It ain't harsh, it ain't mean. It's just a fact. Some people don't
Yup.
ever fucking get it. It's like shit. You can't rush motherfuckers, man. And the sad part, all you gonna do is fucking tire yourself out trying to get people to act right. Like, man, look, you is who you is. I don't let that's one thing I really got to get better at. Like, just accept people for who the fuck they are. And if I don't like who that is, get the fuck away from them. Like, fuck it. That
Yup.
is that simple, man. Stop trying to change these motherfuckers, man. Stop. But people that know the shit and can read people really good, they acknowledge shit that's going on around them. But it's hard because a lot of people got that good heart inside of them. I went through that shit trying to fix shit, make shit work. Man, fuck that shit, man. I'm going about my business, man. I'm wasting time
Right.
because I can go make some money or something. I can be fucking something. I ain't got time to be fucking around over here trying to get you right. Like my job. Ain't my job. And people need people that can see need to really understand that he going deep. Anything Hurricane before I keep playing?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right now.
It can isolate you,
Get it.
exhaust you, turn you into a target for others' defensive anger, and cause you to lose contact with your own center. But it doesn't have to. Not if you learn to carry your awareness consciously. Not if you develop the strength to see without the compulsion to fix. Not if you can remain true to your perception while allowing others to remain true to their own process of waking up. The gift and the curse are the same thing. The question is only whether you'll learn to handle the gift with enough wisdom that it doesn't become a curse. Whether you'll develop the patience and the boundaries and the self-knowledge necessary to be clear without being crushed by your own clarity. And perhaps most importantly, whether you'll find others who can see as you see. Because they exist, you know. Other people who live in this odd space of perceiving more than most, of sensing what's hidden, of knowing what's unspoken. When you find these people, when you can finally be fully seen by someone who doesn't need you to be less perceptive, to feel comfortable, that's when the danger begins to transform into something beautiful. Because you realize you're not alone, after all. You're not crazy. You're not broken. You're simply awake in a world that mostly sleeps. And there are others who are awake too, and together, without force or pressure or urgency, you can hold space for consciousness to gradually spread, like dawn breaking slowly over a sleeping city. This is the hope within the danger, that your clear seeing, when held wisely, becomes not a burden you carry alone, but a light you offer to others, gently, patiently, allowing them to approach it when they're ready, if they're ever ready. And if they never are, well, that's their right. Your job isn't to wake them up. Your job is simply to remain awake yourself, to keep seeing clearly, while learning to live peacefully with what you see. The danger is real, but so is the possibility. The possibility that you learn to be conscious without being consumed, that you'll see deeply without drowning in what you perceived, that you'll carry your awareness as a gift rather than a curse. And that, my friends, that is the art of living with eyes wide open in a world that prefers to keep them closed.
Not y'all can see that video. That's for another day. Another one. But nah, like man, look, he hit deep. He hit deep on that one right there. Hold on, I'm gonna get my cream up in here because I gotta get some background music while we talk for the last little bit. But now I can personally speak on that last one for myself, how it relates. I can relate to it because I be saying shit and I don't like it. And I used to be calling that shit out all the fucking time, y'all. All the time. And I had to mature myself to the point of like, yeah, you right. You calling it out. You ain't lying on nobody. And honestly, it's a problem. Everybody should be able to see that this is a fucking problem. But it ain't my job to fucking do that shit. I had to learn that like it ain't my job. And then first off, it shouldn't bother me. People can do whatever the fuck they want to do. Like for real. You want to fuck your life up, fuck your life up.
Yeah, but what really hurts is, you know, like I woke up at the age of 5. So I seen my mama's fuckery all my life and watched my family ain't do shit. So, like, yes, I can agree with, Alan Loss to this point, but at the same time, if motherfucker don't want to change, it's like, goddamn, I gotta say something because you fucking up my life. I'm homeless all my life. I can't call this shit out. Like, man, it's some bullshit. And plus, like, when I get older, I'm trying to help my mama from, from not trying to stay homeless or motherfuckers stay out of debt and shit, and still pushing me away. It's like, goddamn. It's like it was kind of hard to motherfucker really truly let go of real true close family members that I thought really had a head on their shoulders, but come to find out, motherfuckers want to do whatever the fuck they want to do. But when you put your children in danger, that's that's the shit that really truly angered me. And then just like having to let them go, like when you get older, because like you just have to realize motherfuckers ain't shit. When someone shows you who they are, you just gotta believe. I forgot who said that. But yeah, it's just like, it hurted like a motherfucker. Cried many nights that for my family not to motherfucking get right or stop condoning the bullshit that was going on this side of the family. So I'm like, goddamn, why is just this side? And plus, I have friends that motherfucking parents on the same shit, but they manage to still take care of their household and kids. So I'm like, what the fuck wrong with my mom? So I'm like, man, what? Fuck all this shit. Fuck everybody. I'm doing me. Leave me the fuck alone, all pop.
Hey, you gotta call it how you fucking see it, man. And I ain't gonna hold you, man, because that's how it is. I told you I done dealt with that same type of shit, and it's like when you a kid and you in that situation, like you gonna say something, and then on top of that, like we fucking he spoke on it earlier. Like, there's times to act and there's times not to act. There's times to say things, there's times not to say things. That's a situation where it's something that need to be said. And it's a real bitch when you got grown ass folks around watching this shit happen and they not saying nothing, but you suffering from the shit. It's like that,
right.
I think that's some shitty ass shit. Like that's
right.
why
Dismissing my pain. Dismissing my pain. So I'm like, man, fuck all of y'all.
Like, for real, man. Look, and you hold on to that shit. People hold on to that shit. Now, I've been in my woosah mode pretty much this entire year. And I'm glad I ran across these videos because that helps even more with woosah and shit. Because normally I'm telling motherfucker, look, I'm just gonna tuck that shit down there and I'm gonna go on about my motherfucking business. I've been doing it my whole life and I'm pretty good at doing it. It's like fucking just putting shit into perspective. That's what most of these videos are mainly for. At least that's how I use them for myself. Putting shit in perspective.
Balance, because you know how I am. I'm a wild ass revolutionary. So like, this keeps me balanced and it keeps me grounded. Like Alan Watts, Earl Nightingale, Brother Panic, Bobby Hemmett, sometimes a little Phil Valentine, but Gerald Massey, like a whole bunch of other like great, like people that's trying to get you to do the inner work and that's trying to work within yourself. I try to fuck with everybody on that level. So like I can have clarity while I am popping up fade in the space. Big old revolution.
Man, look, hey, it is what it is, man. Because like the first step is always understanding ourselves and figuring ourselves out. And once we got that down pat, man, we really control. Because a lot of us are reactive. A lot of us are reactive. We react to shit. React to this, react to that. And once you get to the point where a lot of that shit don't matter, letting it go, fucking getting a better understanding of not fucking always having to defend yourself or fucking even fucking stepping in and shit like this and fucking just because I see it don't mean I need to say something about it. Like, all these things play into it. It's just actions that we have to control ourselves on.
Yep.
We got the power to do it, man. It's amazing what human beings can do, what we're capable of. But look, man, we got a lot of stupid people out here. Look, man, my job, I think the only thing that I'm required to do or that I feel like I need to do and I think is enough. Because you remember the other day I had the motherfuckers come over here talking about, what do? You ain't out there in the community. Like, nigga, it ain't my job to be out there in the fucking community.
Right. And plus, I'm for the children took a bullet, bitch.
Right, look, I'm doing my part right here on YouTube. Everybody gotta have their avenue. There's gotta be judges, there gotta be cops, there's gotta be lawyers. Bitch, I'm gonna pick my role and I'm gonna stay in it. You do that shit if that's what you feel like. It's like that's lit, man. Get that shit out of here. I'm not here to defend myself against what the fuck, bitch. I do what the fuck I do. What you doing? Like, that's all that. I like the lessons. I just put it like that. I like the lessons because we all really need to look at ourselves and really be like, man, look, A lot of the things that's going on in our lives, we have full control over it. The way we react to certain situations, we have control over it. And we just need to open our eyes. For the people that don't see, definitely open your fucking eyes and learn how to move a little differently in this world. Like,
Yeah.
I don't worry about having
I
to get
sparked to
robbed
that.
and jumped. Like, man, I avoid situations. I don't deal with no crazy ass chicks that got baby daddies and shit. Know why? Because I fucking keep my eyes open. I pay attention. Like, okay, give me your background real quick. Like, yeah, can't fuck with it. Nice to meet you, though. Holla at you, buddy. Getting the fuck on. Being aware of the situation. He ain't fucking, don't even, Same thing when it comes to different dude. Meet you at the gym, cool dude, whatever. I see you over here snorting in the car and shit. Fucking got guns around him, and I ain't fucking hanging around you, bro. See you at the gym. I see you at the gym with you, but I ain't hanging out. Nah, I'm good. Good, bro. Got something to do. Like, motherfuckers need to be aware of what the fuck is going on around them and learn how to handle it better and understand that everything's not your fucking problem to fix. Fuck all that shit. You got your life to live. Instead of worrying about other people's problems, start living yours. That's what I swear that should be holding a lot of people back, man. I be tripping, man. Folks be stressing on shit and worrying about other folk problems instead of focusing on themselves. And you wonder why you ain't got nowhere. You want to get somewhere for some reason. You don't know where you want to get to, but you can't even get moving because you stuck fucking with other people's shit. Stop fucking with their shit. They good. Focus on you.
Right. Make sense.
For real. I don't get it. But now, Hurricane, give me your final thoughts for the show tonight, man. We saw, we conquered. I'm a little hungry too.
You know, great show as always. I covered this like 2 nights ago on my channel late at night, and I, thought I would try to give it out to people to listen, but it was really therapy for myself. I was going through something that day. I was like, shit, man, this is a great message. I'm glad that you're playing it again because it just, let me know that we need this in the atmosphere so we can do the inner work and start to work within ourselves so we can be better and, not deal with everybody else bullshit, don't do you. And, and try to find somebody that on your frequency, you know what I'm saying? I gotta add that, gotta add that. But, man, but I fucks with Alan Watts. He got some great messages. Earl Nightingale got great messages too. I fuck with top 2. Earl Nightingale and Alan Watts, top 2. Great message, and real shit. I can listen to them all day and just be cool and just smoke and just get through the day and work. Mm-hmm. But great show as usual. You catch me at Hurricane JW2 on YouTube and Facebook, and home of the HHN Special Report. Detroit After Dark will probably popping off at 1. And home of the For the Government podcast. And don't forget to listen to my music, professional and parody. I'm all over this bit.
Y'all heard that shit. Y'all better make sure y'all go do it. A goddamn boogeyman can come from underneath your bed and get you. Trying to warn you ahead of time. Trying to warn you ahead of time. But now, like, for real, now I thought this would be a good one, man. Motherfuckers get their mind running, man. Get your mind thinking, man. Get out that little box you've been thinking about, because sad part, this world is really big and there's a lot of things going on in it, but it's even bigger inside of you. And then you don't understand yourself. Most of us don't really truly know ourselves 100%, but you need to try to. You need to understand how you move, have some type of perspective. Stand in front of a mirror and look at yourself. Look at yourself. Get that shit right, man. Get that shit right, man, because a lot of people, their biggest obstacle in life is themselves. I see it all the time. Yep. But for the people that start opening your eyes up, you start awakening to this shit, man. For real, realize what's important, realize what is required of you, and operate accordingly, man. You ain't meant to save everybody. You ain't meant to goddamn fix everybody goddamn problems. You need to focus on you and understand and really break down when it's time to do, time to not do, time to act, and time not to. Like, for real. And get it right. Stop trying to live up to other people's expectations, man. Do what you got to do. As long as you know you're doing it right, man, keep going. It ain't no race, bro. Everybody talk about life is a race. Race to what? Death?
Right.
This ain't no goddamn race, bro.
Like, as if the pinnacle of success is to be a politician or a celebrity, I'd rather seek wisdom and knowledge and understanding for the rest of my goddamn life. Like on some real shit.
Real shit. I be tripping, man. People be in a rush and just doing all this and doing all that. And I'm like, what are you doing it for? I'm in this race, man. I gotta, man, like, bitch, you what place you in there, nigga? Since you in a race, what place? Go on, tell me.
Right.
Like, nah, bro. live your fucking life.
1,257,987 billion.
Yeah, motherfucker better learn how to live their life, man. Try to make the best of it, man. Because the sad part, we only get one play in this game. We get one life in this game. Stop wasting it on other people, man. Focus on yourself. Be aware of what the fuck is going on, man. And fucking, man, look, just try to be a good person. That's all I always tell people, man. Just be a good person, bro. Try to be a good person. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And if you see some shit, get the fuck away from it. Right, just get the fuck away from it. You know, don't bring no problems. Like Corey Holcomb said, stop inviting the devil in. Stop inviting the devil in, bro. Keep that motherfucker at the front door. But look, man, I appreciate everybody that tuned in tonight, man. For real, for real. We'll be back here tomorrow on Saturday. I might get on some ratchet shit tomorrow. Ain't no telling, man. I ain't really thought about it too much. But yeah, make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe, share, turn the notifications on. Make sure y'all click all. Try to help a brother out. We trying to grow around here. And that's if you was watching on Let's Talk with JVJ on Facebook, on YouTube, or the JVJ Network, or also on Hurricane, because make sure y'all go over there and sub over there. But for the people that ain't already sub. Yeah, we gonna get the fuck out of here, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all have a good Friday night. Stay out of trouble. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do. And we'll catch y'all in the next one as always, man. Peace.
Don't tell me about me. Stop telling 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 me about me. I don't need you to tell me about me.